Namaste and welcome. We'll utilize a chair. And a chair does not handicap, rather, it can facilitate us to practice the poses that we know have inherent value in a way that supports our wellness better than a standing practice where we feel unsteady and a little unsure. So, with that said, let's begin by taking a comfortable seat. I'm sitting up on a blanket because the chair is a little too low for my body and I want my hips to be no lower than my knees. And as I sit, I'm going to allow the back of the chair to support my back. I'm going to rest my hands on my thighs. If it feels safe, I invite you to close your eyes. Invite the awareness inward. Breathing in and breathing out. And just notice how that feels. And also notice if there are some chattiness going on in your body, maybe knees or hips or back and shoulders. We acknowledge it, but without getting stuck in these sensations. Let's place a hand on the lower abdomen as you breathe in and out. Invite the belly to expand gently. We feel the belly expanding on the in-breath. We know we are using the main mover of the breath, the diaphragm, hence the name, diaphragmatic breathing. This helps our lungs expand downward. And it helps our heart because it goes for a little walk. Every time the diaphragm, which sits up under the ribs, contracts on the in-breath and flattens downward. Not only does it pull the lungs down with it, but the heart goes down with it too. And as we exhale, diaphragm swoops back up into the chest cavity. We help expel the air out of the lungs and the heart rate slows down a little bit. So just by breathing with the belly, we are now taking in a little bit more oxygen and we help expel the CO2 better. We want that balance of oxygen and CO2 just right. In addition to massaging and exercising our precious heart muscle. Remember, it beats more than, are you ready? 100,000 times every day. Every day. So one of the most important things we can do daily is breathe mindfully. We're going to come forward a little bit on the chair, and then we'll begin to work our spinal muscles. Inhaling, contracting the muscles on the back, drawing the shoulder blades together. And exhale, let that go. Back to neutral. And we inhale again, contract the back muscles. And slowly return to neutral. These are often a little underused, so we want to just wake them up by arching the spine forward, opening up the whole front seam, and slowly return to neutral. That is, of course, only one half of the equation here, the front body, which if we are in a more of a collapsed state, these muscles are now permanently or chronically contracted. So we need to help them lengthen out. And we do that by first contracting them. So pulling the belly button towards the spine, the chin jumps forward a little bit, and then slowly as you inhale, lengthening upward. Let's do that again. On your next out breath, draw the belly button to the spine and allow the whole front seam now to contract. And we slowly release upward. So to help a muscle that has become chronically stuck in a shortened length, by contracting it first, we wake it up, and then we can slowly invite it to release out a little bit longer each time. Let's do that one more time. Take a breath in for nothing, and then exhale, pull the belly button back to the spine. Feel the squeeze. And slowly releasing the tension on these muscles. And we can begin to gently move back and forward. So as we inhale, we again contract the back body, lengthening up. So we tilt a little bit forward on the pelvis here. And exhale. We drift back to neutral. Taking on your next out breath, we contract the front. Squeeze the belly in. This helps your digestion. And back to neutral. Let's do it one more time. Inhaling. Drawing the shoulder blades together. Lengthening up. And exhale. Float to neutral. And we take another breath in. And exhale. Contract. We have this idea sometimes that exercise has to be hard. No, it does not. It just has to get done. And if we change our mindset about how exercising, it's really enjoyable. We might do it more. Letting the arms now hang down. And we'll roll the shoulders around. Around, and we'll go in the opposite direction. And hike them to the shoulders. Give them a good squeeze all the way up, like someone's pulling you up by the shoulders. And then slowly I'll count down from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And they are down. Let's do that again. Pull the shoulders up to the ears. Give them a good squeeze of the upper trapezius. They get stuck too. They carry the weight of the world. And now we're going to just let that slouch off from 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and down. Just place the hands on the thighs again. A gentle twisting. Just take a breath in, lengthen up through the front spine as you exhale. Gently twist to the right. I'm just going to slide my right hand back on my leg. And I inhale back to center. And to the left. Back to neutral. Side to side. Inviting in spinal rotation. Waking up these rubber bands. So one more time on each side. And returning to center. In center, we're going to take the arms up in front. Gently ground the feet and the sits bones, lengthening up through the front spine. We're going to lean back just a wee bit. You feel a little contraction in the lower abdomen. Hug everything towards the midline. And we sit back up again. It was just a friendly little boat pose. We'll take the arms down again. We'll shake them out a little bit. And then turn the palms out. We'll inhale. Take the arms out and up as high as they go comfortably. And down. And again, inhaling, arms out. And down. Up, inhale, lifting. And take the arms down. We'll maintain the length that we create in the spine. Lifting, lifting, lifting. And we'll release down. One more time. Inhaling, arms up, lift, lift, lift. And take the hands down. Hold on to the chair. With the right hand, take the left arm out to the side, and then inhale, lifting up. Get a little bit more length on the left side. Get a little side bend. A little side bend to the right. Now we are opening up the side ribs. So we're tending to the trunk first. We'll get to the legs, don't worry. And let's take that down. Grab onto the chair. Other side. Reaching up. Side bend. Back. Side bending again. Playing with the movement. Can't go too far to the right. Hand holding the chair. I think that's wood. And we're back at center. We'll take the arms forward again. Rooting down through the sits bones and the heel. Hold the belly button towards the spine. And we lean back again. Leaning back. And we come forward. And we take the arms down. I like the shaking part. So from here, let's begin to tend to the feet. So just bounce the heels a little bit, waking up the feet. And front. There you are, the root of my tree. Make sure that I have circulation all the way down to the root. And then I can alternate. Maybe I can't talk and alternate at the same time. I'm just going to go for a little walk. And I invite my body to walk along with it. Sunny day in the neighborhood. Friendly people. It's going to be a good day. And tap the heels again. Take the legs out a little bit forward. Let me slide back so you can see my feet. And I'll lift my feet up. And then I'm going to spread the toes. And curl the toes down. Spread. Curling. Spread the toes. Curl them back. That's going really well. Relax the feet. And just wave them from side to side. Windshield wipers. And we can go in the same direction or opposite. Ankle mobility. It's huge for balance and walking. So here, feet again. Let's take the arms up. And then soft fists. Spread the fingers. Let the feet follow. Squeeze a little bit. Open. Bear claw with the hands. And open. Bear claw. Now, just the right hand and the left. So crossing it over and release. Other side. Release. Oh, I have to think about this. alternate hand and foot. The brain has to work a little harder, can you tell? I got it. Don't worry. And shake that up. And take the feet in. I'll turn my chair sideways. You get a little bit better view. So again, sitting forward on the chair. From here, I'm going to hinge forward from my hip creases. I'll take my arms up again and lean forward. And come back. And then I'll lean back. Oh, you feel the belly pulling in and up. So my spine stays long. Leaning forward. And back. We can do this. Hip hinge. So the spine stays neutral. And this hip hinge is what we need standing and sitting. So I'll pull my feet back. Because standing, I'm stacking all my joints up. And if my feet are out here and I'm trying to stand up, that's a long distance to travel for the rest of my body. But once I pull my feet back, behind the knees, I don't have so far to travel. That's easier. I'll take the arms up again and hinge forward. Press the feet down, pressing the feet down. And maybe there's a little lift off. And I sit back down. That went well. We can do that again. Arms up, leaning forward. Press the feet down, press the feet down. A little buoyancy. And back down. Now, is there lift off? Leaning forward, press the feet down, and standing up. And this is such an important movement. The thigh muscles, muscles of independence, those are the ones that we're harnessing right now. So from here, we can practice this. And sit back down again. And I can stand up. If your knees are chatty, using a block can be really beneficial in the standing and seating. So you place the block or a stack of books, a very friendly animal. That way, when you squeeze the legs together and stand up, I am utilizing the hinge aspect of the joint. If instead, when I stand up, I press my knees together to come up, I'm putting a lot of tension on my inner knees. And I really want to avoid that because I need these knees to be around for a long time. So let's all join into our standing posture. There went my little stability. I'm going to change the aim of the camera here because you can't quite see all of me. Is that better? So standing behind the chair, that way I have balance should I need it and not tumbling over. I'm standing with my feet not all the way together, but hip width apart. Lifting and spreading the toes. Lift and spread the toes. Spread, 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 spread. Feel the big toe mount, inner heel, outer heel, and pinky toe mount. Grounding. So we have these four corners under the foot. Now I can stretch the toes forward, forward. The legs are working. Draw the big toes, the big toe pads comes to the mat. But the other ones, up. Big toes are down. We'll take the big toes back up and take the pinky toes down. You can also do this exercise seated, of course. It helps get our feet and legs communicating. Our feet can get really lazy from spending a lot of time in shoes. So toes are up. We're just going to take the big toes down and the pinky toes down. Just those two. Yes, your arches are working. We're going to lift again. And let the toes come down, but keep that awareness, that aliveness in the legs. And then shifting the weight forward, lift the heels up. And take the heels down. How high you come up is how high you come up. Feel how the calves engage here. Lifting and lowering. Strong legs. Our tree can move around with ease. Now shifting the weight back, can you lift the front of the foot? Let's do that again. Lift the front of the foot. And try to not use a whole lot of body movement for that. But I'm keeping my body pretty straight as I shift back. A little bit more challenging. We don't have as much ankle flexibility on the front generally because we don't want our legs to be able to go all the way forward, but we do have some. So if you bend your knees, a little fierce pose, sometimes called a chair pose, and straightening the legs. Let's do that again. Bending the knees and straightening. We'll bend. And again, knees tracking straight forward, not coming together. So a block can be beneficial here too. And you may want to take one hand off. You may want to take the other hand off. Breathing. And the arms can go wherever. And then standing up, maybe the hands back to the chair. We'll shake the legs. And then to get a little bit more leg mobility, I'm going to stand a little bit more to the side of the chair. I want to have room for my legs, so scratch that one. But I'm just going to go walking here. Can I get my knees up? Good to do at a counter. You can stand in front of a wall or by a wall. See my hip mobility. Just going for a little jog, but I can hold on. Or if my balance feels stable, I can let go of the chair. So be careful. And I pause again. Let's do warrior one. So I'll take my right foot forward, left foot back. So I'm mirroring. And I'm keeping the back heel up for starters. I'm just going to bend my front knee and straighten it. And bend. As I bend the front knee, I'm pressing the back heel down a little bit. And straighten, back and forth. So here, still hips, but also ankles and legs. Can you feel it? Part of our gait cycle. And pause, just keep the front knee bent, knee right over the ankle. Back leg, back heel can come down to the floor. And if it comes down to the floor, spin the heel in a little bit. Spin the heel in a little bit. So the arm on the same side as the back leg, if it feels safe, take it forward. And we will draw it upward and down. Up and down. Upward. It's gentle. These rubber bands may not have been in this position for a while. Pausing, reaching, strong back leg, strong back leg. And we take the arm down and we step the feet together. What do you think? As you breathe in and out, notice the difference between the two sides. I think we should do the other side. So step the other foot forward and a lunge stance, as long as it's comfortable for you. And we begin again, bending and straightening and bending and straightening. Easy peasy. And we'll hold it in the bent position. Spin the back heel down. Strong. Reach back through the heels. Again, the ankle flexibility. If it's tight, we cannot take the leg forward, the shin forward in relationship to it. And then we'll take, same arm forward that we have the leg back. So for me, that's my left side. And I'll inhale, lengthen the arm up and down. Up and down. Gentle and easy. Be playful, not harsh and demanding in the execution. You just on a little play date with your body. Your body's name is Anamaya Kosha, your physical self. And we take the arm down, step the feet back together again. Pause. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe take a hand, one or both, off the chair, standing in mountain pose. So we worked on hip extension and flexion. Of course, we have two more. Well, we got four more hip directions. The hips is an amazing joint. So I'll turn around so you can see from the front for lateral flexion. So I'll take left leg out to the side. Now lift and lower. Lift and lower. So keeping your torso still. You can feel the muscles. Outer hip are helping out here. Keeping the toes pointing straight forward. Straight forward. So we get both strengthening of the standing leg. Don't lock it out. And strengthening of the floaty hip. Let's take it out. Pausing. Pausing. Powerful standing leg. And take the leg down. And pause. Breathing in. Breathing out. We should do the other side. Legs out to the side. Hands on the back of the chair. Strong grounding legs. So my standing side is in the mountain pose, strong and tall. And then the other side is free and flowy, like the wind blowing through the trees on the mountaintop. Toes pointing straight forward. So the only joint that's working is the hip joint. Weak outer hip muscles is unfortunately a very common occurrence. Correlates with the amount of birthday candles that we blow out. So here, snack on this during your day. And you'll be amazed how fast, just hold it out there, that your body begins to change. Doesn't have to be a lot, but it does have to get done. And we take the foot down. And we'll shake that out. We'll just shake all of it. Shake, 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 shake. And stand. I say we're off to a good start. Standing back in mountain pose. Rounding through the heels and turn sideways. Tailbone moves down. So my lower abdomen draws upward and helps balance my pelvis. If my pelvis is tilting forward, my whole upper body is going to have to orient to that. Does this look familiar? So first thing is get the pelvis neutral alignment, neither dipping forward nor back. Now I can begin to lift, 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 lift upward. As my sternum draws up, my head begins to drift back. A wall can be a great tool to help us stand tall, because this may feel like I'm tall, because that's what my brain has come to recognize. But once I stand against a wall, I will notice that not much other than my katukas is touching. Here, I just happen to have a wall. As I walk my heels, maybe about an inch or so in front, tailbone down, shoulder blade starts down to my sternum lift, and now at the back of my head, sacrum, tush, and heels, all aligned. This is my neutral stance where the body prefers to be. And since we're here, we might as well add one other little thing. We'll walk the feet out. Be a foot, foot and a half. You decide. Bend the knees. So now my legs are all the way together. As I squeeze the legs together, I take my hands to my thighs and I breathe. The squat pose. You may find this is kind of intense for your quads. So before you start thinking that exercise is terrible again, not again, terrible, we just slide back up and we take a breather. And then I can go down again. Hug the thighs together. Ponder all kinds of happy things. It's a good day. It's a very good day. Lots of people have birthdays today. You may even know some. And if you do, reach out and wish them a happy, happy, happy birthday. And we slide up again. Let's take the elbows to the wall, broadening the collarbones. And then we'll press the hips away from the wall. Press the hips up. Squeeze everything towards midline. And we settle the hips down. We can repeat this one. This is really good to turn on those upper back muscles and get some juice into the legs. And we are fully supported on the wall. So one more time. Heels, heels, elbows, these upper heels presses into the wall. And my hips comes forward. Hips comes forward. So legs grounding down. Butt squeezed. And we breathe. Letting the back of the neck lengthen out. And release back to the wall. I'll walk my feet back in and I'll stand again. Maybe I stand a little taller. We'll walk back to the chair. And my little height adjuster. Chairs come in one side, human bodies come in many, many different sizes. So we want to sit in a manner that benefits our body. Again, knees no higher than the hips. And if you are of a shorter stance, you may find that placing a blanket under your feet so they're not dangling in the chair. You want to be able to bring your feet to the floor. Well, we have practiced, and we'll end with a breathing practice, Brahmari breath, the bumblebee breath, as it is often called. It is simply humming. So you can either sit without using the backrest, or if you like, slide back. Keep your spine lifted, shoulders relaxed and down. So breathe in and out. On an out breath, simply contract and create sound. And keep your jaw soft as you do so. I'll do it again. And after the next one, pausing, sitting, sensing your body, your physical self, the areas that are touching, floor, your seat, maybe the back of the chair. But also feel that aliveness on the inside. Maybe you can feel your heart beating. Sensing the body opening up to your breath. Contracting gently to facilitate your out-breath. You don't have to do anything. This all happens. But what we can do with the yoga practice, we can make these automatic executions a little bit more juicy. Maybe they've gotten a little soft. So when we practice yoga mindfully, we support every system in our body. We'll bring our palms together and heart center, the heart gesture. Thank you for joining me today. I hope to see you soon. The light within me sees the light within you, knows that we are both born out of the same divine light. And it is as such that I greet you. Namaste. And have a great day.